Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit. A black pastor called 911 after an alleged attack. The cops arrested him. A sheriff in Virginia has apologized to a black pastor who was mistakenly arrested after he called authorities for help during an alleged attack by a white family earlier this month. Pastor Leon McCrae was at his home on June 1st when he saw two people trying to dump a refrigerator on his property, he recounted during a church service Sunday. When McCrae told them to stop, one person proceeded to verbally attack him, and the other one went to get 3 other people. McCrae said that all 5 people started attacking him verbally and physically. They were threatening to kill me, telling me that my black life didn't matter, he said. That's when he felt the need to pull his concealed firearm to save his life, he said. The group of people then left, and McCrae proceeded to call 911 for help. But when authorities arrived, they didn't ask McCrae what happened, he said. They spoke to the white family of 5 who had just attacked him, he said. I was not given an opportunity to speak, says McCrae, adding that officers told him they had to arrest him for brandishing a gun. And I said, what about the trespassing and assault? Instead, McCrae was handcuffed in front of his assaulters by an officer who had known him from the community for over 20 years, he said, adding, they waved at me as I go down the road. Do you know how disturbing that is? It was a day that changed my life, the pastor said. On Friday, Shenandoah County Sheriff Timothy Carter announced that the brandishing charge against McCrae would be dropped and that the 5 people were arrested after the sheriff's office obtained warrants for more severe charges regarding this investigation. Donnie Sawyers, 43, Dennis Sawyers, 26, Farrah Sawyers, 42, Christopher Sharp, 57, and Amanda Sawyers, 26, are all facing charges for hate crimes and various degrees of assault. Both Donnie and Dennis Sawyers are also charged with assault and battery. Sharp and Amanda Sawyers are also charged with trespassing. All persons are currently being held without bond. This is still an ongoing investigation, said Carter. The family's arrest came after Carter met with McCrae on June 3rd to discuss the incident. It was apparent to me that the charge of brandishing was certainly not appropriate. Actually, I told Mr. McCrae, if I were faced with similar circumstances, I would have probably done the same thing, Carter said in a statement, referring to the pastor's pulling out his firearm in self-defense. According to Carter, sheriff's deputies responded to a call of a person brandishing a firearm on June 1st. Upon their arrival, they arrested McCrae. I have apologized to Mr. McCrae, and I appreciate his patience as I have worked through these matters, said Carter, adding that he placed 2 of his staff supervisors on unpaid administrative leave while I complete an administrative review of the initial incident.
Got them to leave for trespassing and so forth, and they got very angry, got irate.
Leon McCrae says it started last Monday morning when he noticed a couple of people dragging an old refrigerator toward the dumpsters at the apartment building he owns in the small Shenandoah County town of Edinburgh.
They were all up on me, at the same time threatening to kill me, using all type of racial slurs. Your black MF life don't matter around here in this county. We don't take that crap, and I don't take it either. I'll kill you.
He says the first two came back on his property with 3 friends and assaulted him.
I mean, fearing for my life, really to save my life, I pulled my gun. And I pointed it down to the ground in hopes that they would back off.
He called 911, but when the deputies arrived, it was Pastor McCray who ended up in handcuffs.
No one has interviewed me. And now here I am. I'm in handcuffs now. They're still cheering and carrying on and acting crazy. And they put me in the police car, and now they're taking me off to jail.
Deputies charged the 61-year-old McCray with a misdemeanor count of brandishing a firearm, even though the Virginia Code says it does not apply to any person engaged in excusable or justifiable self-defense.
Mr. McCray was defending himself, and I believe Mr. McCray.
The sheriff says he is disappointed that deputies arrested McCray. He says the department let him down.
You don't believe he ever should have been charged?
I believe had I been there, that this would have gone in a totally different direction, Bruce.
Does the Second Amendment apply to me?
The sheriff has now asked the prosecutor to drop the charges against McCray, and just a moment ago, he said she agreed to do that. Deputies have also gone back and charged 4 of the 5 people who allegedly attacked the Air Force vet. 2 with criminal trespass, the other 2 with assault and battery. Bruce LaShan, WUSA 9.
So we see, family, even if we exercise our Second Amendment rights, even if we are pillars within the community, practicing the noble art or craft or title or designation that this brother had of a pastor, even when we walk the straight and narrow and comply and perform all due citizenship and abide by the laws of the land, we still have to endure the constant terrorism, the degradation, the demonization, and the danger of protecting ourselves from danger. So we must keep up our spiritual battle. We must fortify our spiritual honor so we continue to expand and explore as we reinforce our acts of righteousness, as we study the wisdoms and practice the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Supreme. We are the children of Israel. We shall endure with patience until the coming of our King, the Savior, and the destruction of our enemies and all those who hate us. So, family, until we are together again, I love you. I love you. I love you. This is Revelations.Unveiled. Detroit.